Okay, hello. So we are now with Shannon, and Shannon is from Melbourne. Hello. So Shannon, can you tell everyone what studio you're from, how old you are, and if you have a profession outside of pole dancing?
So I'm from Pole and Aerial Divas Richmond. I'm 31 years old, and outside of pole dancing, I also work as a Pilates instructor, and I teach pole, aerial hoop, and silks as well.
Oh, that's awesome. And how long have you been poling for?
I would say probably about 4 years. I started doing it more intensely in 2019, but prior to that, I was kind of a little bit off and on, I would say.
We're asking a lot of people how you felt about being selected, but you weren't selected. So you won the Victorian Pole Championships, and that's how you got through to the national finals. So tell us about how you felt winning the Victorian Pole Championships.
It was completely unexpected because I didn't even expect to place, seeing all the amazing people that I was competing against. So I was very comfortable on my position, just sitting down on the floor of the stage, like no intention to get up. And so when my name was called, I was just absolutely blown away, actually. So it was a complete surprise.
I'm shocked that you were shocked by that. You're so good. How could you not? You didn't have a thought at all that you would place?
Not at all. Like, of course, it was the dream, but at the same time, I was trying to be realistic about what I thought of my abilities. And it just so happened that I won, but I was pretty blindsided by that.
So Victoria's a really big one, so you must think that you're a lot better than what you thought before now.
I think it's helped with my confidence a little bit, for sure.
That's so good. And can you tell us about what your training schedule looks like for nationals?
Well, at the moment, I spent the first couple of weeks after VPC upskilling myself and just doing a lot of private lessons with a few different instructors. And I trained really hard over those couple of weeks. And now I'm in the process of putting together the pieces of what did I like from this instructor, what did I like from this instructor, and how I want to improve my existing pole routine. So I'm just going to try and make it a little bit higher skill level. And I'm trying not to overtrain at the same time, because I do have I've got an aerial show coming up. So I need to make sure that I don't injure myself doing those two things at once. So I'd say I'm probably training pole about 3 or 4 times a week at the moment.
And who's helping you prepare for it?
I'm mostly being trained by Lou Landers and Lauren Magna. They're kind of tag teaming, but I also did a few sessions with Mishka and Philly, and also Beck T, who you interviewed, I think yesterday, possibly.
I did interview Beck. And can you tell us a little bit about your APC journey? Because this is not your first time you've competed with us before.
Yeah, so the first time I competed with you was in 2019 as an amateur. So I did VPC and I came third, and then I competed in the national finals and was just a finalist in that one. But that did mean that the following time I entered, I would have to be in the professional division, which I was happy about because I wanted more time on stage anyway. So, and I thought it'd be a really good challenge. So I video submitted in 2021 for the APC when it came back to Canberra. And I competed at APC last year and came second. And then, yes, obviously this year won VPC. So here we are.
So you won the second place nationally, and you didn't think that you were going to place in Victoria. I'm still shocked by that.
I have low confidence in myself.
Well, anymore, hopefully not anymore. So can you tell us a bit about your pole style and how you describe it?
So I would probably describe my pole style as dark contemporary ballet kind of styles, because I used to be a ballet dancer when I was a lot younger. And so I feel like that's the way that my body naturally likes to move. So I do incorporate a bit of a balletic style and some ballet moves into the transitions between the poles and all of those floor work moments. I really love dramatic music. So if I find a nice dramatic song for a pole routine, I feel like the song really dictates what I end up doing anyway, just the feel of the song and how it makes my body move as well. So yeah, kind of a mixture of contemporary dance, ballet, and obviously a bit of gymnastic acro in there as well.
Which is perfect for APC.
Yes, I love APC.
Very well with our comp. And if you could describe your perfect pole journey, how would it look like?
My perfect pole journey. Oh gosh, I suppose I really love spin pole a lot. In a perfect world, I would get better at static pole and more of those dynamic movements. So I guess my perfect journey would be that I would also be embracing and being a bit more fearless with my static pole and those cool flips that everyone does, and then hopefully end up performing more pole, not only in competitions, but also in hopefully some shows in the future as well, because I think it's starting to become more accepted as part of, say, cabarets, just different shows, and also even Cirque du Soleil now has a lot of pole acts in it as well. So, I mean, something along those lines would be really amazing in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. So would you like to compete internationally or travel and do pole internationally or workshops or anything like that?
Yeah, I think that would be pretty amazing. Yeah, to be able to compete, perform internationally, even just to different parts of Australia, because I haven't really done much traveling in my life. So being able to take that skill and take it overseas would be really cool.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that's really amazing about pole is when you get to a high level, you can do that. People want, workshops overseas. Like I know I bring people in all the time for the Australian Pole Expo all around the world. So, and there's, other expos and workshops and other countries out there that love Australian polers. So it's definitely an opportunity, and the APC platform can definitely put you on display out there for everyone to want to take you and give you workshops everywhere, which would be amazing. So is there one question that you would like to ask of APC?
I guess what I was interested in was APC always a sort of barefoot kind of lyrical style competition when it first came about, or is it something that kind of slowly evolved over time because of its reputation as that style of competition? Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't. I had a quick chat with Coco about this the other day.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
No, but I'll answer it again. So it kind of started out, when I created it, there was a lot of competitions that were, well, one main one in Australia, as you know, that was just heels. So you couldn't enter this competition without heels. And I came from a studio that didn't wear heels, and you weren't allowed to wear heels. And I was used to stay up all night watching YouTube because Instagram didn't exist when I started pole dancing. I was way after my time. And so we watched YouTube, and there was these competitions around the world that they were doing contemporary and lyrical and jazz and all styles of pole. And we didn't have that as an option in Australia. It had to be heels if you wanted to compete. So I was like, I want a competition that I'm able to develop a criteria that is fair for everyone. So you can wear heels if you want to, but you don't need to wear heels. So the very first year we ran it, the 3 professionals that came, first, second, and third, 2 didn't wear heels and 1 wore heels. And they're, I've said this a few times, but it's Carly Hunter who won, and then Bailey Hart. And Bailey Hart did a beautiful contemporary piece. And I don't know if you've ever seen the video of Carly when she did the granny. So if you haven't seen that, if people have not seen the granny, you have to search up the granny. I'll even post it, a little clip of it. And it was really funny. So completely different piece to what we'd seen before. So it was called the granny, and then she won on that. And then Bailey won with a contemporary piece, and then third place was Maddie Sparkle, who's heels. So it was all styles, and the criteria that we developed was catered to all styles. So it was 20 points, 30 points for dance, 20 points for stage presence. So you still need to bring in the stage presence, and 50 points for technical difficulty. Because amongst all of that, I didn't want a showgirl comp just solely on showgirl or just solely on performance. I wanted an overall. So I wanted to look for the best pole dancer in the country, but it still had to be entertaining, because you technically perfect, but you could be boring and hard to watch. So you still got to entertain. So and you still needed to be able to dance because it's pole dance.
Yeah.
So all of those things incorporated. And then I thought, let's put a bit of acro in. I still, to this day, I don't know if anyone else has done the acro except for me. And I'm sure a lot of competitors hate it, but I'm like, even if you do a $4, let's just do a little bit of acro. It's just something in there. So no, when I first started it, it wasn't meant to be anything particular. It was meant to be whatever the competitor could do and could do well. So we've had like rhythmic gymnasts in there. We've had soccer players that have brought a soccer ball onto stage. We've had, I guess, martial arts in there. So many different things, which I think is just so fantastic that we can bring all of our skills that we've had previously into pole. So that's how I wanted it. And it has developed a lot into, I think we do have a lot of contemporary dancers, and we have a lot of ballet, but I think we also have a bit of a mix of everything now. So, and you know, the different style, I love the different styles. So anytime somebody can bring a different style into it and it makes people pay attention, I think that's fantastic. So that's sort of where it started from. So the more styles we get, the better it is, I think. Because
Definitely.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you so much for your time, and
Thank you.
excited to see what you're going to bring to the stage this time, because we just don't know, do we?
Anything.
Well, it could. Thank you, and we will see you soon.
Great. Thanks, Elizabeth.